I'm meteorologist Carl Bonack. Welcome to Upper Michigan Source Weather on Demand for April the 10th. This picture is of my backyard, and well, during the night I stayed up and I wanted to watch that rain, the sleet, the freezing rain change over to snow. It took a long time. It started in the western UP in the early evening, but it took until after 3 o'clock for the rain to change to snow in the central UP around Negaunee at my place. There was a good deal of ice on trees as well as sleet, and then the heavy wet snow started and it cranked from let's say about 3:30 in the morning until about 8:30. This is how much snow fell. It came down, and the tree in back here, this pine tree, had several large limbs that were broken off because of the ice first and then the heavy wet snow. Temperatures recovered. Well, it moved up to 37 for a high at the National Weather Service near Negaunee, with a low temperature of 30, at least as of late afternoon. With that 37-degree high and the 30 low, we were just a bit below the long-term average. And we're expecting the snow to melt quickly, and the most snow fell in the central Upper Peninsula for sure. On the western flanks, 4 inches up at Kearsarge in the Copper Country, 3.1 at Ironwood, only an inch at Bark River in Delta County, but the snow started to get heavier in the central UP, 5.2 inches at Iron Mountain, 6 inches at Crystal Falls, and by far the most fell in the north central UP. Marquette had 7 inches of snow, and to the west in the highlands, as expected, the most came down. 5 miles north of Negaunee, there was 10 inches, and our weather watcher 7 miles northwest of Ishpeming had 11.2 inches of snow. Now the meltdown will occur. We get some big changes at this time of the year. This morning, deep trough was supporting that low pressure system. That was the trough that came out of California. Some energy dropped in from the northwest, and low pressure spun up and intensified as it tracked over southeast Wisconsin, Lake Michigan, to just east of the Sioux during the morning. That low moves off, and watch what happens. By Sunday, a new trough comes in off the Pacific. This one will be, as we call it, low amplitude, and that means that it won't be all that strong. It'll support a Pacific front that'll be cutting through the northern plains by Sunday. Out ahead of it, southerly winds will really increase and will be warm. In fact, it'll already start to warm up by Saturday. Low pressure is moving off to the east now. It's still an intense wound-up system. There's a ridge of high pressure off to the west, and as this high settles in tonight, it will get chilly. Lows generally in the 20s, winds will die down, and those areas that clear off completely over the fresh snow cover over the west and especially the central UP could get down into the teens. But then we warm up significantly. Highs will be in the mid to upper 40s east, coolest along cold Lake Michigan. We'll say around 50 in Escanaba, lower 50s in the Munising area. Then it really warms up, mid 50s up in the northwestern UP into the Marquette area, and possibly near 60 over the western interior. That's because that big high pressure ridge will move off to the southeast and will pick up a southwest wind. We'll have plenty of sunshine, maybe a few high clouds roll in late, and by Sunday, that Pacific front gets closer. The winds really crank up out of the south or south-southwest. We'll likely have a few more clouds and maybe a shower in the far west late. The best chance with this front will start in the west Sunday night, and in the east during the day on Monday. High temperatures on Sunday should be in the cold 40s along Lake Michigan and again at Manistee. Well up into the 50s though at Newberry, probably in the low to mid 50s in Escanaba. Then readings will be around 60 into the 60s over the northwest and west half of Upper Michigan. Your TV 6-day forecast. After that Pacific front comes through on Monday, skies should clear out. It will be windy again on Monday, but readings should move up around 50 into the 50s. Then after a kind of frosty night in some spots Monday night, temperatures warm back up on Tuesday into Wednesday.